Your team is ignoring 70% of your emails, and it's not their fault. The problem is severe enough that this has a high likelihood to cause some of your top talent to resign. The old adage, less is more, is perhaps more applicable today than it has ever been. With email boxes overflowing, calendars overbooked, and endless social media content, we are inundated with information from the time that we get up until the time that we go to bed. Although the idea of unplugging sounds liberating in theory, it's also terrifying knowing that everything is there still just piling up. Today I'm going to help you solve this problem with confidence. With all this communication, you would think that people are feeling more informed and connected than ever, right? Sadly, our current reality is quite the opposite. In a recent report from Gallup, we find that an increasing number of employees are feeling disengaged. Out of the roughly 67,000 that were surveyed, only 32% report feeling engaged in the workplace. 2/3 of your staff feel disengaged. So how is it in the age of inclusivity that so many people are feeling lost and disinterested? Well, it starts with what we're being taught. Copy everybody on all emails. Don't leave anybody off the meeting invite. Over-communicate, share everything. We've been conditioned from an early age to measure success by the number of words that we write, avoid controversy, agree with the majority, and always have an answer, even if you really don't. This all results in the daily slog of filtering through the meaningless 70% of communications that we receive to get to the 30% that actually matter. We also end up spending a ridiculous amount of time in pointless and poorly facilitated meetings that keep us from doing actual work. More importantly, it leaves us craving something authentic and value added. And unfortunately, this is often a longing that goes unsatisfied. Here's how email is killing productivity. The average professional is receiving over 120 emails per day, accounting for roughly 23% of their time. And in 2021, Forbes conducted a survey and found that 38% of respondents said they would consider quitting their job due to a high volume of email traffic. Email isn't the only culprit. Meetings are just as bad. The average professional is spending about 1/3 of their day in meetings, with that number more than doubling for executive management. And 65% of people surveyed have said that meetings are the primary thing that's keeping them from completing their work. So what do we do about this? Leadership is responsible to lead by example, and by doing so, you can give your organization an amazing gift: more time. Here are some strategies on how you can change your communication culture. Challenge your team to evaluate every communication before initiating. Ensure only essential content and recipients are included. It is the originator's responsibility and opportunity to preserve their audience's time. Encourage your team to remove the fluff. Include only critical pieces of information and required action items. Go for concise bullet points rather than lengthy paragraphs. How often do you get an email that begins with FYI? Encourage your team to consider if it even needs to be sent. Have them be selective and strategic in the actions they take regarding email. Consider the possibility that the best next action is no action at all. If your input's actually needed, the sender will follow up. Encourage your team to stop attending meetings that they don't have any direct responsibility for. If they are truly needed, their absence is going to be noticed. And inform your team they should exclude everyone from content that doesn't directly pertain to them or require their input. What strategies are you using in your organization to combat over-communication? Please leave a comment with anything we didn't cover here today. Most communications are just costly distractions, and despite our ability to spot these black holes, we're all exerting a significant amount of effort trying to avoid their pull. Worse yet, we become guilty of producing them ourselves. It's time to fight back and end all the noise. Are you interested in exploring more ways to improve your communication practices? Look to the comment section or description of this video for instructions on how to schedule a complimentary consultation with one of our experienced business advisors today. Do you want to learn the secret to get people to listen to you? Watch this next video on communication, which highlights which bodily organ you should employ when speaking to your team.